Tiati, myself, and my colleague here from Turkana East, Mheshimiwa Ali. We have come here to call on the government to move with speed to arrest a very worrying insecurity situation around Kapendo area. As you may be aware already, in the last 1 week, there has been a lot of killings in Kapendo on both sides, among killings by Pokot of Turkana and killing of Turkana by Pokot. And we have lost so far about 5 people in the last 1 week. Revenge killings. And the norm has been that there has been a lot of movement of armed civilians from both sides. And whenever one is caught on sight, they are shot at and killed. One quite unfortunate incident is what happened 2 days ago of 2 ladies and 1 child. Before that, there was a killing of a Turkana man who was fishing along Soguta Valley. Now, we have had these revenge killings, and as you may be aware, that Soguta Valley region has been the valley of death for a very long time. The government had tried to bring together the National Police Reserve as a united force. They were put in at Kapendo, a force of young men, both from Pokot and Turkana, and they were doing a great job. Unfortunately, for some reasons we do not understand, that camp has now been closed indefinitely. The men who are doing the rounds amongst the both communities have gone home. We are told they have not been paid their salaries. I mean, can you imagine such flimsy grounds, and we continue witnessing the killings that are going on right now. So we have come together with my brother here, Mheshimiwa Ali, to call on government to help us. The children of Pokot and the children of Turkana were not born to kill each other. We have had very successful peace initiatives between Tiati and Elgeyo Marakwet along the Kerio Valley. As we speak now, there's a lot of peace along the Kerio Valley, because the Minister for Interior himself went to Kerio Valley, and he appointed various individuals to work for him in Kerio Valley, and it has succeeded. We want a replication of what they did in Kerio Valley along the Soguta Valley, between Turkana East, Tiati, and Samburu. That is the problem that we have now. So that's the only reason we have called you today, and we have come together to demonstrate to the world, to Kenyans, and to our people back home, that we as leaders are ready and willing to work together to ensure that we attain long-lasting peace in Soguta Valley. Kapendo, we are not here to talk about the boundaries. That is the work of another commission. We want shared prosperity amongst our people who live around Kapendo. It has become too much. We cannot bear anymore the killings around Kapendo, and we want to call on government to help us and to treat us like any other Kenyans. It's not always right that any time we hear killings between the Pokot and the Turkana, it is taken as if it's a normal issue. We want this thing to stop, and stop immediately. Let my colleague say something about it.
Thank you very much. As my colleague has stated, first of all, we wish to tell our people to calm down, to stop these revenge attacks. As my colleague has rightly put it, for the last 1 week, we've lost 5 people. It started with the one Lomuleng in Lomelo, that was killed, then a revenge of around 3 people in Tiati. How long will we be killing each other? We were not meant to kill each other. As leaders, we want peace. And we are telling our people it's high time they stop these barbaric activities. We are also calling on the government to speed up, because there was no reason for the withdrawal of the National Police Service in Kapendo. There was no reason. A government cannot tell us it is unable to pay its officers. That camp must be restored immediately, because it brought in both the Turkana and the Pokot people. The officers were living in the same camp, working together, patrolling together, and sharing intelligence. Now that camp was closed indefinitely. After closure of the camp, we are now witnessing killings from both sides. As leaders, we condemn that. We are for peace. And I'm still talking with my colleague to see whether we can replicate what happened between Pokot, Tiati, and Marakwet in Turkana East and Tiati, and also Samburu counties, so that we talk to our people, we move together, and we need the government to assist us in this. We need the government to assist us in this. Guns are everywhere. They are there. But it's not the responsibility of us elected leaders to go and collect those guns. It's the government. So we cannot say the government is unable. It has been defeated to do that. It has all the machineries. It knows all where these people are. Every location, every sub-location has a chief. And each individual chief knows who has a gun. The chief is a government officer employed by the government in the Ministry of Interior. And the Ministry of Interior is charged with securing our people. So if these chiefs know those guns are there, they are the ones who are supposed to tell the government, so and so has a gun, and those guns to be taken back and be burnt, the way we are seeing the president always burning. So that we enjoy relative peace. We are lacking behind because of insecurity. We don't have roads. Investors cannot go to our constituencies because they fear. And that's the only way we can open up those areas. So we have come together as leaders to condemn the killings that happened in Lomelo, that happened in Kapendo. In the last 1 week, we say it's wrong, it's not justifiable. And therefore we are telling our colleagues now, our people, to stop that immediately. And we are ready to assist the government. We are ready to assist the government to have those areas secured. They must count on our support. The ongoing disarmament that is going on, the chiefs must be tasked with the responsibility of doing that too. So I think that's basically why we call you here.
Thank you. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say once again that the pacification of Suguta Valley is the panacea for development in that region. And we are not here to speak just for the sake of it. You very well know, Kenyans know what has happened in that valley for a long time. Why is it that nobody seems to care when such things happen amongst us? Why? Why is the government dragging its feet when it comes to issues involving the Pokot and the Turkana? Why? So I want to take this opportunity to ask His Excellency the President, I want to invite him to come to Kapendo. If his schedule is too busy, please send Mr. Matiangi tomorrow. Because that is the only way that the presence of government will be felt. We have the KDF camp near Kapendo. We have a whole GSU camp near Kapendo. But those people do not get out of camp to help our people. The only solution so far that has brought results was the presence of the combined NPR made up of locals. And that was now, I mean, can you imagine that they're telling us that they have not been able to pay those ones salaries? So that is what we want to, and we want to plead with you, the members of the media. Please, msipuuze. Haya maneno tunawaeleza ni maneno ambayo yanaguza watu wetu. Unajua mkono imechoka bana. Wacha niseme tu kidogo. Kwamba haya maneno ni maneno ambayo yanaguza watu wetu, na tumeshikana hapa na mwenzangu Mheshimiwa Ali kusema tafadhali, hayo mauaji yanaendelea kule Kapendo, tunataka yakome. Na tunataka kueleza rais mwenyewe atafute muda akuje atutembelee. Kama yeye hana muda, atume waziri wake wa interior akuje atutembelee, ili sisi wote tushikane na viongozi wengine, MCAs na wazee wa kijiji na vijana, ili tuone jinsi ya kusitisha